What is going on, everybody? It's Infected Jerk back again, and today we're going to do some talking about The Crew 2. Now, I got some thinking about this. Well, who isn't excited for The Crew 2? I know there's a lot of people that I read on the forum is not too happy about it. Some people have things that they're looking forward to. Let's look back at the old Test Drive Unlimited days. That came out originally, 2005, 2006, and it was an amazing game. Very rough, many bugs, glitches, problems. You had a grand total of 8 players that you could have driving around with on a map, similar to just like this. But it was a very good game. Bumpy roads, everything. It was not too great. Took a lot of practice to get to know the roads very well. But hey, let's take a look at some gameplay footage. As you can see, for its time, back in, we'll say 2006, this was a really good game. Graphics were great. It was wonderful. The only expansions that they ever really did was adding vehicles back in the good old 360 days. Now, let's move ahead. We'll jump on over to Test Drive Unlimited 2. When Test Drive Unlimited 2 came out, that came out in, 2012? Many years later. Many years. It still had the original game engine, slightly updated the graphics a bit. They gave it more of a day and nighttime cycle. They also added weather effects, and it took place in the same exact location, the island of Oahu in Hawaii. But also they added more cars. They added more upgrades that you could do to houses, because you could buy houses and store all your vehicles in the garages and everything, and you could customize the houses. Now, let's take a look at a Test Drive Unlimited 2 clip. Not much difference in the graphics. It's basically the same game engine, cleaned up and enhanced a bit. And one of the better things about that game is that it had smoother roads. And also they added a lot more roads, and they added more off-road terrain that you could drive on. I mean, even though the first one you could go driving around off-road, but they added more roads to the map. And they actually had 2 places that you could go to. You could go to the island of Oahu. You could go to a completely different country in Spain called Ibiza. It was a pretty good expansion. I mean, 2 huge maps. Now, The Crew 2, when that comes, I think pretty much they're going to have the same map. They're probably, a lot of stuff's probably going to be the same. Same bugs, same glitches, even though I don't come across very many of them. What I do expect is more roads, more standard locations for certain specs of vehicles. When they added monster trucks, you had to think, okay, cool, they added monster trucks. But what fun would monster trucks be if they didn't add the, the 4 locations for monster trucks to do stunts and stuff in? If they didn't add that, how much fun would monster trucks really be? What I mean by standardized locations for different specs of vehicles, like they added drag spec. I mean, they're practically Formula 1 cars. I mean, pushing 2,000-3,000 horsepower, if not more. But then you're doing races in the salt flats of Utah. You're doing races on streets and stuff like that. Where are the actual drag strips? Where can we actually get some, lights to really do some quarter miles, full miles, post Texas 2K events? All that would be very interesting to do. Drifting. Maybe set up more drift events. Also, it would be very nice if they could clear out some of the mountain roads, so that way we don't have traffic. I know that was one of my biggest problems in California, was hitting the twisty roads and getting some slides around the corners, but the traffic was so unpredictable, you had to try to do your best to avoid them or wreck into them, which kind of sucked. standard locations to do drift events. Add more events into the game. In the Crew 2, let's see some more vehicles. Maybe some different specs. Maybe instead of just like a drag spec, have a street drag spec. Performance class, that's great. Street class, I love it. Circuit class, it'd be cool if we had some more circuit tracks in here. I know on Test Drive Unlimited, the first one, they had a circuit track by the airport, which I absolutely loved. And I mean, I loved that track. This game, they do have, on the Crew, they do have arcade style similar racetracks, which is pretty cool. I mean, add a few more cars into the game, add a few specs, make standard locations for a lot of things, like for drag racing and stuff. That'd be great. I mean, sure, take your cars out, drive, whatever, and have fun. Actual locations to actually host events, also story missions. I'm really looking forward to see what the story has to offer. Also with standard locations for more things. What about adding in like dirt bike tracks, making certain roads that are more meant for off-roading set a waypoint, and it completely keeps you off-road when you're driving raid vehicles or even dirt vehicles. But I really think there needs to be more events in the game, because I really don't do much off-roading in this game. And maybe that could be the reason why when they leaked out information the Crew 2 was coming. But to me it seemed like, you know, more than the road, hopefully they bring in more of an off-road aspect, because a lot of the events that do take place off-road are absolutely phenomenal. This is Infected Jerk sharing his opinion on the Crew 2. So I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will talk to you guys later. See ya.